Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to this series of videos in which we are showing you how you can develop a front-end application in Microsoft Excel using VBA and with using ADODB, a tool which connects you to the backend database like Microsoft Access we have used in this application. You can use other databases also for your purpose. If you have SQL Server, if you have other databases like Oracle or MaxDB or SAPDB or JD Edwards or even some DB2, IBM database. So the Excel is very powerful. It gets you connected with the backend database and extract the record and maintain. You can also insert the record. You can create the tables using your privileges, what you have. If you have the privileges to the database, then you can create the tables, you can create the table definition, you can define the tables and structures and etc. So we have shown you an application. This is just to have just let's recap. In our previous video we showed you that we have developed a scenario that you have some daily base some activities to be performed and that have to be performed. This is part of your SOP. So like Muslims have an SOP that on daily basis they have to perform how many activities? Six, right? Five prayers and one witr, that is the six. So as long as they are doing it, so there is no backlog. But for the people like me who have a lot of things overdue for me, so you can use it for any activity. So the Muslims can use it for their for clearing their backlog of prayers, and the scientific laboratory persons who have to perform daily basis and they have not performed, so that activity has become overdue over them, and it may have certain financial values that can also be uh, uh, configured here, right? If you see here, so these financials are actually with the overdue times. So it is overdue and times what this cell. This is the rate of one activity. So, means if that is multiplied with the with the as it shows M4 M4 into T3. This is T3. This is T3, and M4 is here overdue, right? So some financial value can also be handled, can be configured in here. Anyway, so for let's come back to the recap which we are doing. That we have a database in which we have a field, we have a table in which we enter the username. The users names are picked from the setup. You add a user a code and its name and email exits, etc., etc. You can so and we are in the process of making it. So for the moment, only code and name is enough for us, right? We can add more items in it, like emails when we would like to hook up it with the automated email generation system, so it will start generating the emails. Okay, so this is the date. It already, this is not actually a key, something which is keyable. It is not keyable. I may mark it red. It is not something which you are supposed to input. It is automatically judged by the system, that which is the date of performance of qada, right? So it is always the yesterday. It has to be the yesterday, since until 11th is there. So in our previous video, since the 12th of August was not there yesterday, because it was 12. So that's why the system halted and did not perform any action, because it has to, this system works until the yesterday, not well, no, anything above than yesterday date is treated as post-dated, so that is not allowed in it. Okay, so this is our ground rule of this application. Okay, so today is 13 and 12 is the yesterday. Now, if we click OK, and we say go to it, and what it will do, it will say you ready to, no, this is not a rollback system, because we have to change it, right? Since it is blanks, so there is no point of asking any rollback, right? That maybe there is a space putting that may be causing it, that it is non-blank. Okay, so we click OK. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so We will handle this situation. Please bear with me. That's no issue. Okay. The system just checked if it is a non-blank. Then it starts to it assumes that there is some rollback desired by the user. Since there was a space, that's fine. Now, so clicking OK. Let me start again. Right. If you uh, just click OK, then it is going to tell you that why 5? Because you have the rate per day is the 5 days every day. 5 days backlog is going to be performed. Yeah. So it is going to see what are the next available 5 days for which this performance is going. It will do it already, and it will put this stamp. Yeah, 12th of August. You will see 12 coming here, and this will start from 14th of August and onwards. The 5 days will be marked as performed. Yeah, 14th of August until 18th of August are the 5 days, and this is now. If you click go, so it would restrict your any entry that since it will allow you only when the 13th of August becomes yesterday. So it is today, so that's why it is not allowing you. Okay. This was the one thing. I'm just doing the recap of what we have uh, mm, covered in our previous videos, right? The next is a very fascinating thing is that until 12th of August, you have done, for example, all the marking, right? Now, if you want to roll back to a certain date, for example, you want to roll back until 5th of August, for example, 5th of August. Okay, so this is the performance date, right? Which comes here. Until the 5th of August, we want this to be rolled back. If we click OK, this time it is going to mention you that it is ready to roll back until 5th of August. You see, as if it is taking your confirmation, and it will bring the before rollback statistics, which are here. There, and after is below, right? So we click yes. So it has rolled back until the 5th of August. So 12, 8, 7, 6, and 5, right? Until 5th of, yeah. So it has rolled back. Now, if you click, if you remove this and since you have rolled back, now you have to redo it the until the yesterday. The yesterday was 12, right? So let's click OK. So this will automatically bring. This time it has got 5th of August because you had rolled back until the 5th of August, right? And your rate is 5 activities being performed, 5 days activities being performed every day, right? So this is going to impact the overdues, right? So yes. So what we say yes. So it will. This is the 5th of August, right? If you see the 5th of August, now overdue is reducing from 6,650, 42, 660, right? That's a bit more. So we say yes. So now this is 6th of August being done. So 6th of August, it is reduced 630. Okay, each day the 30 prayers, 30 uh, activities are being performed, right? So we click on 6. This time it is going for 7th. Good. Okay. Next is 8. Next is 9. Next is 10. So each time it is talking to the database on the background and querying it, passing the SQL server, and then updating the data, marking it as performed because it was a rollback and all were marked as not performed. Now it is marking that they are performed, right? You say, okay, so 11th was here, and this is going to be 30 more. So this reaches to the exactly what was it before the rollback, 42, 45, right? That's right. Okay, so this is how was that this was the the recap of until the rollback. Today's action is unperformed marking between a range. So this is a range. Let me make it a bit prominent so that you know that it is. I'm sorry. This is and we press a photo. Okay, so these are the 2 days which are going to be unperformed. Marking of unperformed. Right? This will be very useful when we will create a new user. Say we are our objective is to make this service software as a service, and it will serve multiple users. And if somebody gets registered, he has his own date, starting date of when he become adult, and or when he starts his job, on which his activities were mandatory. And from there onwards, first of all, what it will do, it will mark everything as due as well as performed, right? And then we will unperform certain activities, so that the overdue will in the beginning, in the first stage, what it will do, there will be no overdue, that it will be marked that all the dues were performed, right? So let's uh, add a new feature in this our application, in which we are using these two cells. For example, say we type anything, invalid data, right? And we click here. So what will it say? Error, invalidate, because it is expecting a date in here, right? So, so you say no. So this message should not come since there was an error. So proceed should be false, right? So because is not allowed, this entry is not allowed. Yes, okay. We click OK. Huh. So what we do here, that why that error came? That error came because it has seen that it was an invalid date and proceed was false, right? And the proceed is false. And when the proceed is false, then it should not come in here. So that's why it did not go do that. The next is in the else condition, when this is the position here, when it will, yeah, start. So here we will check uh, if proceed. This proceed variable is a logical variable. Then it will do, otherwise it will go to until the end to finish everything, right? So we will just say if. That's it. So we have added a feature. So let's try it again. If we do any invalid data here, right? It's an invalid data, and uh, let me say that's numeric, non-numeric data, right? And we say go, so it will say error, invalidate. That's right, and it should not come up with this message. We say no, okay, okay. So how to halt this process? So one more place in which we will need to use the proceed variable, where it is saying that ready to perform, right? So where is it saying? It is saying ready to perform. Yeah, yeah. Perform, yeah, and the message is if proceed and ready to perform on marking for this period, yes, right? So here we are going to, yeah, yeah. If proceed, if proceed. So proceed is a logical variable. Then it is supposed to do everything. Otherwise, it will finish, right? And it's right. Okay. When the invalid date comes here, we write an invalid date in here. So what does it do? Uh, it should give the error, invalid date, and it should exit without any further going to any other process. That's right. Okay. The next thing is that if you have a date, for example, if you have a date, we say, okay, we want to unmark this. This day, although it has marked for 14th of August as performed, we want to unmark it. So what will it do? So let's click OK. So it is still saying that it is an invalid date. Why? So let's debug it. Unmarking is possible for this, and what made it to come up with this message? So we will go to the VBA, and we will find it out that what is causing this error, that it is taking a valid date as an invalid date. So this way we do the debugging and refinement in our system, so that it is foolproof, and all the errors are cleared uh, during the development before we send it to any user to perform it. So this application is going to serve multiple users. So this has to be carefully coded, and all the possible chances of errors have to be tackled before it is deployed in the production environment, right? So let me take you to the code. Let's press Alt F11. This will take you to where? To the VBA code editor. Okay, hang on, please. So the invalid date was coming from here because it is saying if it is not date or the C16 is less than, yeah, C16 is less than B16, then it is a invalid date. So since the C16 was less than the B16, that's why it was it was treated as an invalid date, right? So, uh, so what we say that, yeah, this is an invalid date, right? Okay, so you have to. So this is right. It's fine that you have to fill in both the dates, right? So we say starting from the 14th of August and ending to the say 18th of August, for example, right? This is the range you are going to do, okay? And we say, okay, we say do it. So this time it is ready to unperform. Yeah, they are actually marked as perform. So these are going to be marked as unperformed marking for the period of 14th of August to 18th August. Are you ready to say do this? If you say yes, then it will go to the database. It will mark it as not performed, right? This is very, very important because this will be useful for us when we will create a new user and the user the information which the user will provide, that his start date of starting the job and which the daily activity was due was starting from this date, okay, and that's it. And then the system will treat first of all, it will mark all the due daily activities were marked as due, not only due, but also performed, right? And then uh, the user will be asked that which were the period or periods in which you want to create the backlog overdues, right? So there may be multiple periods from this to this date. Once it is done, so it will mark them as unperformed. So that will create a overdue over here, right? So we will do it. We have made all the things ready, and this is the place where we are going to bring the place that right when it says we will put a stop here. This is a breakpoint. What we will do here is that we will, in the next session, we will write the code that for the given period, ensuring that all the dates are valid and they should be marked as unperformed, uh, and it will unperform it. Okay, so we will do it for our current user. Later on, this will serve a purpose for us for creating the new users. When the new users will be entered, so there all the activities will be first entered as due as well as performed, right? And then using these two cells, all the gaps will be filled by marking that from this date to this date, please unmark. So it will unmark. That will create the overdue. And then on daily basis, the user will be allowed to keep entering their day-to-day clearance of backlog, and it will create the pie chart as well, right? Say it will tell you that where are you standing. If you say yes, it will say, okay, this entry is not valid because it is not yesterday, but still it is going to display you the status. This is the dashboard, which is telling you how much were the due, these were the due, and that much have you performed, and that much is overdue. So these are unperformed things which have to be cleared by entering on daily basis how much. So your rate may vary from 5 days backlog to be cleared every day. Then you can put a 5. If you are able to do it more than it, you can enter 6, 7, 10, whatever is possible in your scenario, right? So in the next video, we are going to do the coding at this stage. And this file is available in the link is provided to you, and you can go to download these files and go through the code and do the practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.